And there we go. We are back live. In about a week, I think, is our last stream. We've finished up pretty strong. We were able to get some Group 1 wins. But we were struggling with title holder in a couple of races, but he bounced back really strong. So we'll just go through everyone. We have Sadashi. Not quite at peak. Will peak somewhat throughout this year. 91 speed, 81 on the dirt, and 75 stamina. Good across the board. In my favourite type of racing style. She's probably going to target the Triple Crown for the fillies. Then we have Stifielio. He has won a Group 1 for us. He is in the peak of his life with a 107 rating, 80 speed, 74 stam, so decent 7-year-old colt. And then we have a title holder, Mr. Struggle Bus, 82 stam, 79 speed, so definitely more suited towards having stamina in the distance, which is what the goal is here for the target races coming up. Then going forward from there, just really want to make sure that we can keep winning these races. Stifelio is ready to race. We do have a couple of Group 3s over the distance, but we do have a 3,000 metre race available to us, which is his bread and butter. So we'll probably put him in that, let the other two rest up, and get in and get racing. But we are the favourite here. It's reset my name. I'm not sure why it's done that. Interesting. I will fix that in a minute. I didn't know it reset my name, but we'll fix that up. Silver Sonic, the second pick in the market at the back of the field. Hopefully it won't matter too much because we'll be too far ahead. So let's just try and get out of the gate, go strong, and see how we go. Don't want to use up any of our sprint. Let's try and get across to the fence at least. They're all grabbing hold now, which is fantastic. We can slow down just a little bit once we get to the fence. Fantastic. There we go. Good start here. Got a long way to go, so we're going to try and save as much stamina as we can. As long as we can hold the front, we should be fine. It's all about the work we put in throughout here, so let's just balance up, get calm, get collected, and we'll see how we go. It's a 4-wide train for the lead, putting on a lot of pressure early, which I'm not really happy to give up the lead at this point in the race. We don't want to get pocketed back down the rail. Welcome in, Rach. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are targeting the Triple Crowns for the 3-year-old fillies and colts at some point. So Sadashi will try and win the fillies, and title holder will aim for the colts and geldings. So a little bit of work to do. But we are just starting off with a nice easy race to get back into it with Stifelio over the 3,000 metre trip. Odds-on favourite here. Again, that 7's going to try, and he did. Just don't get it. Like, you shouldn't be attacking so hard for the lead. Yeah, I'm going to try and drop out behind here and see if I can get out. Probably going to give up the rail, but I just want to get stuck there just in case. We've got a lot of race to run here before we want to start spurting. Horse looking to go inside. We have found a good little bit of path ahead of us here. A little bit of fight coming now. Horse in front is going strongly. How, I have no idea. we're going to run out of legs. Odds-on favourite. Those two horses up ahead of us attacked us the whole race. And then they still beat us by probably 6 or 7 lengths. Like, I'm happy to lose if I feel like I raced that pretty well. I'm happy to lose if I didn't rate my horse correctly. But that was interesting, to say the least. But now we're on to bigger and better things. Tadashi's nearly ready to run. So let's get her ready for some company. Let's see what we've got. So we've got a group 3 here over 1800, a mile, 1800. So that's the group 1 for the dirt. We just got to find where the races are for them. So the 3-year-old is a mile, which is 1,000 guineas. So that first one is April. So we've got a little bit of time. But we also want to make sure that we're in tip-top condition, which is the most important thing. So probably we'll go for the 1800 trip for you, and then we'll jump over to title holder and let's see what they're going to offer us here. Do have an 1800 trip, sort of not his cup of tea. Do have a 2200 open, a group 2 over 2000 would be perfect. And then that should give him plenty of time to recover before the next lot up. Cool. Stiff Elio is also ready up to go. Just looking at the trips, again, nothing really showing here. Could go the group 2 over a little bit of a shorter trip. But we do have a group 3 over the long trip. Is that a bit too long for you? Yeah. We might do the group 2 over the 2200. Probably a bit shorter than he likes. He doesn't quite have the speed for it, but we'll see how we go. Here we are, Tadashi, odds on pop, $3.80. Next pick in the market is Schnell Meister, $9.10, looking to sort of stalk us from behind as a mid-pack runner. We should be out in front. We should be miles clear when it comes to the straight, just making sure that we have enough stamina and we can time our spurt at the correct point. Cool. Good start. We probably don't need to try and lead with Tadashi, but at the moment we want to work things out. Yeah, no, I feel like we just drop so far back when we don't dictate the pace up front. Like, I'm in the green, going up a hill now, so back down to the blue, but we're in last. Like, just interesting that they're running so fast up ahead. Got a lot of stamina left to give here, so we should be fine when it comes to the straight. Motivation has dropped a little bit, but not the end of the world at this stage, I don't think. I think we should be all good. Try and get that motivation up. So here we go. Let's see what she's made of. Ahead above this field. Definitely ahead above. Great win. Exciting times to come over these next few months. We can win the Triple Crown with both of these, the filly and the colt. We should be laughing. Not really too worried about building points at the moment. If we get the 100,000 points for the upgrades, we might take it. But again, it's not really my priority at this stage. More about just getting wins under our belt and building momentum towards the Triple Crown races. So, Stiff Elio, long shot now after our last performance. A bit of disappointing, so it does make sense. Akai Ito, the favourite, 5.40. Again, another mid-pack favourite. So let's see how we come out of the boxes and where we settle in terms of the field. That's all we can really do at this stage. Not a bad start. The rest of the field looked like they came flying out of the gate, so unfortunately for us, so we're probably just going to have to burn for a little bit to see where we sort of end up. Not ideal. Yeah, and we've been shuffled back. We can't move. We've been boxed in. We're wide on the track. Our tempo is fast. Not looking good here to start off with. Again, see if we can slow down this tempo. The second we do that, we drop to the back of the field. So just to run in the green, which is the ideal tempo for us, we're at the back of the field. Not ideal. Welcome in, Group 1 Gamer. How do you feel? Nice pair, both Group 1 winners in real life, exactly. That's why I've sort of picked them up. Not the ideal start here. Got shuffled back, couldn't find the front. We're just playing the conserve game. We'll see how we end up. Couple of hills, couple of straights. We're just going to play inside rail, drive for luck, or ride for luck, I should say. Upon well. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I've just finished work, come home. Family's all in bed asleep, so I thought I'd stream some full stride. Got some exciting horses and some prospects over the next couple of races, so Triple Crown for the Colt and the fillies is our destination. Not sure if we can achieve it, but I'm very hopeful. Alright, let's get going. We've got a long way to make up a lot of ground here. The rail's not going to open up, so we're just going to have to look for a gap somewhere or go wide. Well, never mind. No more whips. Again, we weren't the best pick in this market. Getting up to 7th. We were meant to rate 16th overall, so pretty impressed with that in the end. That's pretty good. Again, not the best start, but you just got to do what you do. Once you lose your start, you just got to drive for luck and hope to make up as many positions as you can late down the stretch. So, cool. Let's have a look at our matchups here. Give another week. Sadashi's still a couple weeks off, so we decided that we're going to put her here, and we are currently here. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I think we might just run her a little bit green, just to give her the most opportunity that we can. And then that should balance out everything else, I think. I think that's the game plan. Title holder back up now. Group action yet again in the Group 2. Hochi High. We are the third pick in the market. Euphoria. Again, been a thorn in our side this whole campaign. We can't not find the front in this race. If we find the front, we should be able to finish off strong and win this race. But time will tell. Good start. See if we can get down to the fence. So far so good. We're just gonna have to burn a little bit until this 2 decides to give us the front. And there's our front, we got it. Slow down. Slow, 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 slow. Perfect, so we found the front, the first part of the challenge successfully initiated. Part 2, hold the front. Whatever happens, we cannot let these horses cross us. Again, back off the tempo a little bit. Yeah, just keep our legs on this horse's rump. As long as we stay inside, we should be fine. 800 to the run. Turning for home should be interesting. Back off that tempo a little bit. We're just running a little bit too hot at the moment for my standard. Alright, let's get rid of this HUD. Let's turn this into a race for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's go, title holder. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we're made of. Come on, title holder. No one around us at the moment. No euphoria. It's all title holder at the moment. Gonna be title holder. Too strong for the field here today. Nice front running ride. Gives us a real strong head going into the 2000 Guineas. Euphoria nowhere to be seen, finishing in 5th. And a good winning margin as well. Winning by nearly a second in this quality field. 3rd pick in the market. Too strong. Perfect. Gives me a lot of confidence heading into these Guineas races, so... Or the Guinness, as we should say, for Group 1 Gamer. Because Guineas sound funny, as I saw in the chat earlier. Looking promising. Right, let's get title holder ready for his Group 1 action, which is the week after. There we go. Perfect. And then Stefelio is our last horse that we sort of need to organise. We'll probably just look for a distance trip. We do. There we go. Perfect. Group 2 action over the 3,000 on the 4th week of March. Going strong here so far. We do need to update our jockey data. For some reason, our name has been changed. So let's just fix that. B dot base blue. Done. Perfect. And let's march onwards towards the Guineas. The Guineas gets me every time. It's just what it's referred to, especially I know it's a thing in Australia, but I know it's the Guinness, but it just sounds like a drink to me. It just sounds like alcohol. So anyway, we got the Guinness coming up, but first off, we need to get over the hurdle here in the Harshin Darshutan. Group 2 action over the 3,000 trip. We are not popular yet again. Should be Guinness. Should be Guinness. It should be. But I guess it's just a culture shock. So, Contrail, the favourite here, $3 facility. Noah Hamari. Only carrying 60 kilos compared to the rest of the field. Not much of a difference, so. A good ride here might put us in a winning mood, but we've got to do a lot right to get there first. Good start, Stefelio. Okay out of the gate, wide action, a little bit inside of us as well. We're so close to using sprint, it's not even funny. Again, need to try and get to the lead. Right, start slowing down. Going to be a bit of pace. We use sprint too, which is not fantastic. Not fantastic at the least. Hopefully these horses decide it's not going to be a fun race to keep doing this the whole journey. No, we're going to keep attacking. Cool. I don't really want to tuck inside, but I feel like I have to. I've used up way too much stamina early. Try and find the front. Trying to hold at the moment, it's probably just not the right play, unfortunately. Using that sprint at the start sort of costs us a bit. Again, like we're still mid-green here, so probably still a bit too high consumption-wise. But you know what, let's just not worry about that. We're going to run our race. Have a look at this scenic route. The cherry blossoms on the right side, the sakura trees. Beautiful sight. Look at that scenery. Again, we've gone to single file, first 3 horses. So that horse in front of us now can't cross our legs. Nor should they. No, they can. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're doing okay. Not ideal. Yep. Here comes the shuffling game. Again, we're driving for luck at this point, so it's all good. We got enough in the tank. We got enough in the tank. Let's see what we have got left. We've got a little bit, but is it going to be enough? That's the question. We're probably too far back. Third looks like our best pick here, unfortunately. Too much work early. Got pocketed. Still ran up for third. Easy run up the fence in the end. But Contrail just too strong. Still got some money in the bank, so hey, profit, I guess. Guinness presents the 2,000 guineas. That's a great call. Maybe they should look into that for a marketing campaign. That would be fantastic. Okay, I believe it is race day here for, it is April the 2nd week. Over the mile trip here, Sadashi in the Guineas this week. 1,000 Japanese Guinness. Let's get racing, everyone. Undefeated so far. $4.20 is the favoritism. We deserve it. We're the best horse in the field. Arakat Torino Musume, the second pick in the market, followed by Bend. I'm butchering that, but that's who we're going with. Elizabeth Tower, the fourth pick in the market. We got the punches fancy here, so. And the trophy to be presented by Ginny Weasley. Oh, we're crack ups. Well then, let's see if this white frost can turn all of her competitors into snow as we jump in to the Japanese Guineas. Start. Right. Let's ride our way, get to the front, dictate the pace. Don't use any sprint. We can avoid it. So far so good. Hopefully these horses start grabbing holds. We have burnt the tank a little bit. Firing that candle at both ends is never ideal. Alright, let's grab hold. No, you're not crossing me. Yes, you are. Bit of a rider mistake there. Got to the front, grabbed hold a bit too much. Let's see if we can just stay on this horse's back. That's not ideal. Got nowhere to go. The gap's going to come, but is it going to be too late? Got a horse on the inside, got a horse on the outside. The gap's finally come, but I feel like it's a little bit too late. Oh, what just happened? Absolutely every gap possible there, just bang, bang, bang. Absolutely swallowed up. That was a horrendous ride. Absolutely. History will not repeat itself. But there is a retry button, ladies and gentlemen. That was racing. that is racing, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you can't repeat that. Like, the gap never came. We got crossed. Kudos to the jockey that was smart enough to burn out and try and cross the favourite. And then, unfortunately, every avenue that we took, disastrous ride. That's racing. Exactly. Like, it is what it is. I wish, what I would like to have added, now this is just being picky, is the ability to shove out horses wider if their run has ended. So in harness racing, it's called pushing out or shoving out. You can move a horse wider on the track as long as it's not obstructing another runner. So in that case, I would have been able to shift a horse wider to make a run for a horse that was tiring, that was obligating us into a better position. That was a minefield looking for some sweeping. But different issue on horse racing itself, though. Yeah. When you're blocked, you're blocked. This isn't inevitable. Ain't that the truth? Much better ride this time out. Could have just done that the first time. With the horse a pat. When we do win, we win with class, winning by over a second, but unfortunately, when I let them cross me and I play dodgem cars for 300 meters, that's probably not the best way to ride a horse.
Congratulations. That was good racing. A G1 isn't something you win easily.
Well, thank you. Well, it is, because unfortunately there's a thing called a reset button. So let's see when we've got the next leg. That is, I can't see because of my monitor, unfortunately. That's the Japanese Oaks, so that's the next leg. I can't read that. So the Japanese Oaks is this one here. And then this is the Derby. And then we have... the last leg is way later in the year, but we can't look that far ahead. Right. So for now, we want to make sure she's in top condition, because it's going to be a lot harder to win that leg.
If there's a race on your mind, take a look.
Yeah, because she can only run 2,000, so the extra 400 meters is going to be the real test. So we want her in top form, heading into the Oaks. Interesting. Let's see what we can do with Stefelio before we look to retire him. We do have a Group 1 over 3,200, so we'll probably just see if we can win that. But first up, the 2000 Guinness, the Satsuki Show, second pick in the market, Euphoria. Been a thorn in our side, Euphoria, the whole way, every race, just there with a little prod poking us as we go. We drew inside this time, good odds, $6.90. If you know, you know. Yamashita needs to be repurposed as your agent. I think that would be great for game. Instead of negotiating for rides, he garners rides based on your jockey's reputation. I was chatting to a professional top jockey about this the other day. That would be a really good idea. Like, I come from Gallop Racer, Group 1 jockey. I played a little bit on the channel, and when I first looked at it, the way the system was, it's just like, here's a bunch of races, because my monitor's a bigger monitor as well, so it's 2100 by 1440. So it doesn't 100% sit right at the moment with this current version of Full Stride, which is fine. So some of the title boxes and stuff out of the way. So I didn't see until I was watching your videos about the horses' names being on the side when you request that you're pre-given a horse and stuff like that. But yeah, getting that many rides as a beginner jockey, even though they're only newcomer races, for example, it's very interesting. We are burning the candle. Like, we are running pretty hot. I want to back off a little bit, just give that horse a lead and try and save some stamina. 12 race cards are ridiculous as well. 7 races is generally the standard. Yeah, I know Japan do have some meetings where they do exceed that 8+ area, but also you got to stop and think that as a newcomer jockey, you're probably going to all of the tracks trying to pick up rides. You're going to the smaller meetings. You're trying to pick up. You're an apprentice jockey. You might pick up 1 or 2 odd claim rides here or there with a weight deduction or something like that. I know that's hard to implement in a game and stuff like that, but title holder absolutely butchered and boxed again. Can we get through here? We're going to sneak through. Again, Euphoria, that thorn in our side, just going to be too strong. We're not having any luck with these Guinness. I honestly thought we could just walk away with the Guinness, but we're not just having no luck. Euphoria bringing its true form. Unfortunately, we're not having much luck. The GRO really does go 12 a day because they only race on weekends unless there's been a weather delay, which is good. But again, like, you're probably not going to get, as your debut jockey, for example, week 1 out of the box, you're not going to get 10 rides on a 12 race calendar. Because you've got to build your connections. You might be doing your apprenticeship under a specific stable, for example. All of these are very realistic circumstances. I've experienced it as a harness racing driver from where I'm from, where my dad was only a hobbyist trainer, so completely different circumstance, but getting outside drives for anyone was always a struggle. Like, at the occasional junior driver race or something like that was a great opportunity for me because I got to experience driving horses for different stables, different trainers, different owners, and building connections that way. But they were very far and few in between. Dad being a hobbyist trainer and being able to work most of his life, unfortunately, made having multiple horses very hard for him. He had 1 or 2 horses in work at a time, and even that was a challenge most days because he'd have a bad back, or the track would be flooded out, or the laneway down to the track would be flooded. So all these little challenges that we faced, just getting a horse to the races, is realistic. Japan's obviously a lot bigger. The environment, the economy, the racing industry is obviously a lot different. Thoroughbreds compared to standard breds, of course, as well. All these things factor in. I've always wanted to have a harness racing game, but again, I'm not mechanically or coding sound, so, and I don't have the time, and that's why I'm really appreciative of the effort that's gone into Full Stride. Again, it's a work in progress. We'll get there, but let's enjoy what we've got. Like, it's still putting out a top quality game that we can all enjoy. Come on, title holder. Come on, title. Come on, title. Get up, get up, get up, get up! On the wire, maybe? Explains why it's always Saturday and Sundays on the negotiating screen. You can tell I don't follow JRA that much. In the UK, we have a... sorry, screen moved. You can... in the UK, we have a season-long fixture lasts throughout the 7 days a week, but across the 61 in the UK. Hooray, the power of being a Time Lord. Exactly right. Exactly right. But that was a great finish. Like, that was really entertaining. That stretch run, superb. Honestly, I did not think we were going to get there. Would have been happy with that 2 attempts and done. But we did end up getting the chockies in the end. For us in Australia, same thing. It's a 7-day calendar. There's country meetings all across Australia that are happening Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where, like you said, if they're only racing weekends, 12 days makes a lot of sense. So
Rush your move, and the horse won't have legs at the end.
all exciting
Watch
stuff,
out
that's
for
for sure.
heels, and make your move when the
But
moment is
it's
right.
just so fascinating that they've got 6 tracks racing, well, there's 2, so Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. So 3 tracks opening each and every weekend is fascinating to me. Right, onwards to the Derby. Let's see if we can win these first time. And let's keep moving forward. I didn't even look, did I look at the horses that are for sale?
Any races you want to ride?
Let's sort by turf. Equinox. Interesting. What about dirt? Who we got? And no Grand City. That's about it. Maya Royal. So I know a couple of horses. But I do know Equinox, so at least I know a 1 or 2 horses. Again, Japanese racing isn't my strong suit. I know Sadashi because I'm a big fan of greys and white horses. Outside of that, I've been keeping an eye on any horse that's been in Uma Musume.
Taking the inside.
That's really it. Dead heat with a 0.02 difference. Honestly, I would have loved to seen the side by side or the photo finish for that one. We are the long shot again. It must be time to retire Stephelio. I mean, we are 7 years old, racing against a couple of 4-year-olds, so that does add up. Well, let's just wish us luck. As I understand, though, the first 6 races on the Japanese card tend to be the lower grade races. The second half is the reserve, pit top allowance, handicaps, and group contests. Okay. Wilson Tesoro, great dirt horse. Interesting. Might have to keep an eye out for that if we have money. I think we're going to upgrade our jockey skills and stuff next. I think that's my goal. Yeah, Wilson Tesoro is one of the most unfortunate horses with good ability. Ooh, story time. Fill me in. What do I need to know? True, a lot of these races are pretty open level. Yeah, exactly. Which is fantastic as a junior jockey coming through, or a apprentice jockey as they're called. But it's, to me, it's just a little bit unrealistic to expect to get 10 rides on debut, unless you're working for the top trainer in Japan and they're giving you 10 horses to ride at that level. We've been crossed again. We're just going to have to take the seat, unfortunately, and ride for luck from this point. Again, we're not heavily fancied here. We're not expecting to be, but the shuffling game has already begun, unfortunately. But I don't want to burn a bunch of stamina, but I can't keep up currently to hold that position. I've got to push all the way up into the yellow just to hold these horses back. So, not an ideal circumstance by any stretch of the imagination. Probably just a little bit outgunned, getting late in age, which is understandable. We'll see what we can do. We can't even decide to give up this gap either. Oh, they've decided to let us have our legs here. That helps us a lot. More than you know, buddy, more than you know. Ah, spoke too soon. We can't burn anymore. We've only got 20 stamina left for 1,000 meters. So we're just going to try and use our sprint and get home. Will it be too little too late? Probably. But that's racing. I would like to try and buy a closer at some stage. As most of you know, if you're big fans of horse racing, you would have heard of Chautauqua, also going over to different parts of the world to win Group 1 races as well, but also another Roan Grey. Can we get through this gap? Nope. Oh, we're going to give me the rail. That's very nice of you. That's very kind. Yeah, just a little bit outgunned now. feel like it might be time to retire Stiffelio. Wasn't the worst run race, but just not being able to keep up now at that Group 1 quality, which is sort of what we're looking for at the moment in our horses. Still ran 8th, we were predicted to come second last, I believe, so... Yeah, we're meant to come last, so we more than doubled our projected, so... Great run, but I think it's time to say goodbye to our first Group 1 winner in Stiffelio. Put in some good starts, did a lot for us, but more than enough time to move to the farm. Perfect.
The cheers from those winning days close a chapter today. Let it walk its own time, somewhere quiet now.
Oh, it's a nice message. I really do enjoy that. That's great. Rightio, we got to move forward here.
5 whips is the limit. Use them in succession and you'll accelerate.
Here we go. The real test begins. The Oaks. We're still the favourite. No pressure. Heavy favourite, might I add. The next pick in the market is $11.50, so the second leg will be our biggest test. How do I want to ride this? I don't know if I should burn out the gate and then dictate this pace so I can hopefully save heaps of stam. We'll see how we come out of the gate. We have an ideal draw, so hopefully. Good start. I think we're going to find the front. I think that's the way we need to race this race, honestly. They're not really giving me the front though. I've lost nearly half my stamina, I still can't find the front. We can't find the front, we're just gonna have to abort mission. Just gonna have to let them two run. They're setting such a vigorous tempo, it's unruly. But I know that if we don't conserve some stamina, we're going to run last. We've only got a quarter of our stamina left, and we've got 1,200 meters to run. This is not looking good. This is your first time seeing a white horse on here. Well, this is Sadashi. So, Group 1 winning white horse. How do I change the scene? There we go. There you go. Bit hard to see from the rest of the angle. But we're not going to have any stamina left. Like, that start was uncruelly. Like, we're going to have to probably retry this 1 or 2 times, because this is... I think there's going to be another one of those races which sort of just don't make sense. Like, I know we're not meant to be favourite, but our runs ended with 300 meters left to run. But like the 15 and the 12, in my opinion, should be dropping. They attacked us for most of the race, and yet we're running last. So leading is not the play, because we aren't able to find the front. We drew wide. We're gonna just have to ride for luck and try and save all of our stamina. We're just gonna have to trail the field and run completely out of position and see how we go. Unfortunately, the tempo being set by these front runners is just way too fast for us to even try and be competitive at the front of the field, which is Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But if this is what we need to do to save stamina so we can rush home, then this is what we need to do, unfortunately. Our stamina is definitely in a better situation, but we're also now 3 or 4 lengths off the field. And we've got 0 motivation, so when we do want to go, it's going to take us 2 of our whips to sort of do anything. We knew it was going to be a struggle, but like even running this far off the tempo, we're not going to have a lot of stamina left. Alright, let's see what she can do from here. I mean, we're making up ground, but we're not anywhere near winning. Our only chance is to sort of get to the front and dictate the pace, which we're not going to be doing from a wide draw. The 2400 might be our biggest test yet here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're having to burn sprint just to try and find the front after 500 meters. Just a little bit of like programming needs to be done to fix this, because like no one's going to be running at this tempo for the first 800 meters of a group 1. Like, we're all out of sprint and we've only just got to with a mile left to run. Like, we had this issue earlier with title holder in just a regular race. We weren't able to hold the front. This one we're inside of the horses with a bit better thing, so this will probably be our best chance here. But even so, they're probably going to burn out the gate and try and cross us the whole journey, which doesn't suit us. We want them to try and grab hold, which they're now doing. Fantastic. So now we should be able to find the front. Perfect. Start grabbing hold, slowing down that tempo. Again, we're still burning. Like, we're running super high tempo here up on the front. We still burn sprint and everything. Like, this race might be the one that stumps me. Yeah, this might be the race that stumps me, unfortunately. Might be too tall of an order. I'm just trying to think of ways we can sort of counteract this. Inside draw, find the front, then slow the tempo, runner as a receder. That's one way I can see maybe getting around this. But the problem is we've got 600 meters left. And because we get bunched up, we lose all of our sprint. And they're still not going until 300. So our sprint is burning for 300 meters before we can even try and make up ground. Or they can just give us front. That works. I'm really worried about our stam. That's the only thing. But if we don't burn to hold our position, we just lose it. Like, we're still apparently traveling at 60 kilometers an hour. We're not going to even make it to the 800. The 400 meters is probably just going to be too big of a ask. Yep. We've got 600 meters to run. And like, because we get boxed in, there would have been a perfect example of where if I could just push out to create a gap, safely of course. Oh, this is puzzling. I like to overcome these sort of challenges. Because it takes us 30 just to find our position. And we have to run. The run speed with the group, we need to run 60 kilometers an hour. That's just to maintain our position without losing it. It's not doable. Accidentally hit the wrong button. Trying to think about ways I can do this to try and save. Again, wide draw. So many things on. Let's just play the complete stamina conserve game and save as much stamina as we can. And then let's just try and maintain our position on the back of this field. So we've got to give up our position, we know that. But the idea here is to at least attach to the back of the field. It's going to be a real challenge. So to maintain our position with the field, we've got to run 60 clicks. Which unfortunately isn't ideal. But at least we are a lot closer this time around. Now she won't slow down. Still 600 left. I don't think the Oaks is possible with Sadashi. Not with the way the race is being run, speed-wise. Any suggestions? Yeah, you're allowed to use some sprint. I get that, but the problem is I don't have the stamina to get to a point where I'm comfortable enough to be able to outrun these horses at the moment. Because in my brain, if I can get to the 400 meters with at least 10... excuse me. If I can get to the 400 meter mark with at least 10 seconds of sprint, we should be fine. But the problem is actually getting to the point where I have enough stamina left to make that realistic or not. Which the only way I can do it at the moment is running this far off the field with zero motivation. And that's just to get me to the 400. Like, we're busting now, and they're only just starting their run. We've got 200 meters with nothing in the tank, which is a hard thing. It's just such a fast tempo being run from the get-go. Like, we're currently running 63 clicks, like, pretty fast. Especially from rip. But I back off, because I know that I've got to conserve stamina, but these horses maintain that 66 clicks. Like... I know it's not realistic for your horse to be able to dictate the pace from last. I'm not that silly. But I also know the scientific reasonings behind horses' ability to maintain speed. Secretariat is the only horse in history to ever be recorded every sectional being faster than the last and increasing speed. Somewhere along the line, you need a break. In harness racing, if you run out of the block with a 28 first quarter, normally the second or the third quarter, you're trying to drop that down to 31, maybe even 32, so then you can come home in 28 again. You're not going to be able to maintain 28, 27, 26, 25. It's just not possible. You need a break somewhere in between. But these horses here, don't get me wrong, they're probably running their distance, but I don't know what decides the odds system in this game, whether or not it's just on the horse's abilities and it doesn't take into consideration their distancing or whatever the cases may be. But my argument is, if my horse is good enough to be considered the favourite in this race, there needs to be a plausible way, somewhere, somehow, something, or somehow that I can win this race with trial and error. Like, I'm the type of person that's more than happy to sit here for 3 weeks if it takes me 3 weeks to win one race, just because I like working out the challenge and overcoming it. But at the moment, I'm not seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, this is good. If we ran like this and we stayed on the tail end of the field, we might be able to win the race. But we can't even stay on the tail end of the field without losing stamina. So it's going to be that really, really tricky thing where I'm not sure how to overcome that hurdle at this stage. Like, that was a perfect start, 0.00. We're currently 64.5 clicks, which, that ain't slow. And again, like, realistic horse racing, if you're not going to sit outside the leader, you're probably taking cover. But the fact that we're burning now around a corner and I'm using all of my sprint, which, again, if the sprint is the mechanic in the game that allows you to run faster, harder, without using stam, or whatever it is, my argument is the 3 horse behind me would either have to maintain the same speed or use some of their sprint and their stamina as well. But let's just run this as a hypothetical. I know I'm losing this race. Full well. I'm going to put the controller down. Oh, let's just test this from a scientific standpoint. Let's see where the 3 finishes. Because the 3 held us out for the first 800 meters, burn us around the first corner, and is still leading by what? Sorry, can't really look that far back. Let's say a length and a half. So we're done now, 900 meters. We knew that, whatever. Let's see what happens with this 3. Still has stamina. Jockey's only just starting to use the reins now. Again, still comfortably a length and a half in front of the rest of the field. For argument's sake, they're not the strongest horse in the field. We're going to be so far back we can't actually see on the radar who wins this race. But just from a scientific standpoint, let's see what happens. My argument is here, around the 300 meter mark, that 3 horse should drop out and it should not run money. Because he didn't slow the tempo, he maintained the same speed that I did. And we'll just see when we cross the finish line. Say a test to keep position at 4 to 9 to 17, between 4 and 9 out of 17 for most of the race, and start driving at 370 and 340 meters. Okay, we'll try that. I just want to see where we ran with our little experiment that we just did here. So we're looking for the 3 horse. The 3 horse won that race as the 5th favourite. Does that not prove my point with how the stamina system doesn't impact the in-game horses, but it impacts us? I'm more than happy to lose this race because I burnt out of the gate, I drove terribly, and the other horses in the race are better than me, especially the second pick in the market, Luster Harp, right? But you're on the 5th pick in the market, so you're just a little bit of an outsider. You've burnt out of the gate, you've burnt the first corner, you've gone at an incredible tempo over the first 800 meters, which is a third of the race. Full functional field at Japanese Oaks, that definitely needs report. I had that 2 in my run as well. Yeah, and I'm all good with losing the race because I'm not the best jockey. fully respect that. But if that horse wants to keep me out for 800 meters, he's finishing back with me. We're finishing that race together. Does that make sense? Like, it's all good. We'll give it a couple more tries. We'll try this. Oh, we drew inside too, of course. We'll try maintaining position and seeing if we can get to the 300 meter mark, if we can. But it's just a little bit interesting, like even using speed at the moment just to get into fourth. Like I'm in 7th at 64 clicks and I'm still dropping back through the field. They like even trying to maintain 7th position, I just can't. I've got to run at 60 kilometers an hour, which puts me in the yellow, which I'm burning stamina just to maintain that position. Historically speaking, Sadashi does make sense as a favourite in the Japanese Oaks, but performs poorly at longer distances, really. Yeah, and I completely agree on that. My argument back to that statement, though, is regardless of what horse you're on, I could be on a donkey that has 3 legs. If I'm running the first sectional in record time, whatever horse wants to be up there with me, I arguably will also just be as tight, if not more tired, because they're not only burning me out, but they're also trying to then overtake me after I take the lead. So we've got 600 to run. So unfortunately, I think this race is a little bit above Sadashi's pay grade. We'll give it 2 more tries. I want to try and get to the front and just throw the brakes on and see if I can lead. We have an inside draw, so this is a good chance to try it. Otherwise, we're just pushing manure uphill, as they like to say. We're not going to lead with the 2 inside of us, though. Because that makes sense, that horse is the front runner. They're going to try and fight from the front. But like, even to hold 5th, like, this is not realistic. Like, a perfect example of a horse that's been racing in Australia that runs how this tour is currently running is Pride of Jenny. I look at her performances and see what she does at the back end of her races. She doesn't extend away from the field. She just maintains her margin that she has gained at the start of the race. She blows out the gate, she holds the front, and then her later sectionals are the slowest of the race every time. I do feel the need, but too early of a whip. Yeah. I'm just gonna ride for luck. We'll give it 1 more attempt after this, and I feel like, unfortunately, Sadashi's just not up for the Oaks, which is unfortunate, because one of the reasons we sort of bought her was try and target the Triple Crown for the fillies, but title holder is still in contention. We'll just drop her back to miles. There's a few grip ones over the mile that we can look at. Like, this time around, we have the stamina we need to make it to the 400, if not more. Like something like that, if we can cheese it where we're close enough to the field and then burst home with the field, I feel like that's our only play. So let's just try that and then we're done. We're not going to push anything out of the gate. Let's just let the game sit where it sits. Also, I don't like how I didn't use the reins at all there out of the gate, but the game already took me up to 64 kilometers. Didn't use my reins once, didn't use my whip, and we're already pushing the pace, as you like to say, from the get-go. I want to be able to control that first 100 to 200 meters. If I don't want to burst out the gate with the rest of the field and I want to grab hold, I should be able to grab hold. This is our best positioning so far with our distance between us and the field, but I feel like it's still going to be too much. Like we've only got 25 left from 1,000. Probably need to have about 800 with 25 to be fair. Yeah, we're not going to even make it to the 600. No whip. We'll just try and whip when we get to about the 300 mark, but then we can't keep up with the field. If we ride that way, we can't keep up with the field. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I mean, we make up some ground, but finishing 10th with Sadashi just feels like a crime. Again, we don't want to draw wide. Our best bet here, we need to draw in front of all of the front runners, and then try and dictate the pace of the race. Again, Glint keeps drawing pole every race, but I keep drawing 10 to 7. Okay, there's no front runner inside of us. There's 2, 3 outside of us. Let's see if this is the one where we can find the front. If it's not, it's not. Perfect start though. Fine. Now grab hold. Now let's slow down this tempo. See if that helps us at all. That's probably the best attempt as a front runner we're going to get. So, our best was literally racing the worst possibly we can and just run home with the field. It's sad, but it's what we've got to do. Like here, for example, I've had a terrible start. I haven't touched the reins up. We've gone already up to 63 clicks. I'd avoid trying to whip at that situation, yeah.
I think the race is too much out of her preferred distance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Like, it's a tall task for this horse in particular, but the way the race is being run around her sort of doesn't match how it should be run, in my opinion. Oh, she's definitely a miler. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that she can run the 14 of 2000. I knew this was going to be a hard task for her. I just wanted to see what I could do to try and create something like historically, like, oh, Shidashi's good enough to win the Triple Crown, woohoo! But every little loophole that I've been trying to find just to help her get closer to the field, finish with the field, it's just not there. Like even running last the whole race to maintain our green tempo, we still 600 meters left in the race. Yeah, the stamina just drops, and like I can't whip because then we lose too much sprint. I mean, that's our best run so far. Interesting. 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 Hold on. Just gotta run a blue tempo for the whole race, and then I'm gonna try something down the straight. We're not winning this race. We've already worked that out, unfortunately. By the way, I am pushing this horse. This horse won't react enough. I have to use a whip just to try and close this distance a bit.
Our other run was the best we can do, which was about 10th. So, unfortunately, even with trial and error, Sadashi is not cut out for the Oaks. Really, really unfortunate. Right. Let's see how we go in the derby. Third pick in the market. Euphoria again. $4.30. Sha'ari. Second pick. Right. Let's just get this first try over and done with. Over and done with. Let's go. Perfect start. We're going to do the exact same thing that we just went through 20-something minutes with, probably half an hour with Sadashi. Potentially. Stamina's definitely looking better, but I would have loved to still be up the front. We just couldn't. I know that I couldn't keep maintaining that pace up front and want to finish off strong. Because we know what happened with Sadashi, and that was a horse that can't run the distance. This horse apparently can, but we've been shuffled back to 12. And all of our horses just want to run on the rail in front of us. Like, my jockey did this in a Group 1 and pocketed myself on the rail, I would be crucifying him after this. Right, let's see what we got in the tank. Back to the rail, let's go. Get up. Again, another horse that ran as a front runner, but it just doesn't make sense, guys. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Are they, like, it's almost like they're paced to run at record tempo. Like, it just feels so unnaturally fast. Like, again, 64 kilometers for the first. Which hands with a stick, it helps. We'll give that a try this time around. It's just that we're unfortunately in that part of the game where we're experiencing AI stamina being different to our horses. I could be wrong, but to me it feels like we have a different stamina system to they do. Or they don't have any. They're programmed to run a certain time, and that's the time they'll run. Which hopefully it's not the case, because that would be a complete overhaul. But like this, for example, here, right? So we're 1,000 meters into the race. You've sat 3 wide the journey. Then you're going to keep pushing to the front. Euphoria's there, right? 11. So same thing. Not a front runner, but proceeded to be run like one. 1,000 meters out. And we have to fall back through the field just to save stamina. And it's not like we're the long shot in this field. We're the third favourite. We've beaten Euphoria multiple times. This is our distance. This is our race. And we're not even going to make it to the 400 metres without gassing. Stop going wider. Yeah, to me it just feels like they're programmed to run a certain time, and that's your job as a jockey to rate your horse perfectly to then beat them home. Because again, we beat them out the gate, so we drew wide. Let's watch Euphoria for most of the race if we can. Reminder, we're not meant to be we are a complete front runner, sorry. So we actually want to hold the front. Euphoria is not meant to be up here. Through 16, kept going. We're still running at full tempo. We can't go out of the yellow, because if we go out of the yellow, then Euphoria overtakes us. So mind you, this is a horse that came from barrier 16, came out of the gate, has continued to attack for the first 1,000 metres of the race, and to keep this horse from crossing us, we had to maintain a speed of 60-something kilometres an hour. Just a little bit far-fetched. Now we're in a similar boat that we were with Sadashi, where I've had to grab hold, otherwise we're not going to make it home. We just had to sabotage Euphoria. We had to push Euphoria back through the races to win it. But to me, that just feels like the horses are programmed to run at a certain speed and finish at a certain time. Because let's have a look through and have a look at the field. Every horse finished within 3 seconds of the winner. When does that ever happen? How many times in a big field in particular do you see a horse that tries to blow themselves out of the gate and try and
You trusted the horse.
get away with it, and then they tire and they get beat by 10 seconds, or sometimes even more? It just doesn't quite feel like that. You should be tired. How tired are you? Do we want to test the horse's tired system? The next Group 1 isn't for ages. The next one isn't until the 1200. So, I think we try it. What do we got to lose, honestly? 3-year-old plus, but I'm actually intrigued now. That's not what we want. Where is the last leg? all the way over here. Not until October. So we got June. We can just let you have a little bit of a layoff. We're just going to test out how much this fatiguing system actually impacts our horses. So we're still favourite. We're still on Sadashi. So like, let's do a little bit of an experiment together. We are the youngest horse in the field with another pink ruby, but that's okay. I'm actually interested to see how this goes. To see how much the tied system works. I mean, so far so good. I'm not really feeling any difference in Sadashi energy levels. Like, our stamina's still dropping at the same rate it would be. Our motivation's still building. We're in a good spot. We've got heaps of stamina left to play with. We now just need to find a run. Again, if I just could shove this horse. But they can shove me, but I can't shove them back. That's what I don't like about games like this. How come I can be shoved up the track, but I can't shove out of a gap? Grr. Starting to get frustrated. Easy races that we should be winning, and little things that are starting to pet hate me. Can I have the front, please? As long as we don't get crossed, we should be fine. That was our issue last time, we just kept getting crossed. We just hold the front, we win, which, again, Sadashi's not a front runner, but we're going to make her one. Because she just wins when she can hold the front. Again, I don't really feel any restriction from being tired. It might just mean that she can't.
Congratulations. That was good racing.
She might just not be able to be entered in a race if she loses too much. I don't know if there's injuries in this game, but let's just give her a layoff anyway. Well, let's just give them both a layoff until they're ready to race, and we'll see where we fall. Right, title holder's ready to go. So, again, we have all the way until October. We've got a fairway. So let's go back and trace our steps to an ideal race. Probably put in a group 2. Where's the next available group 2 over 2,000 meters? That's a group 3. September, that's a month to recover. Yep, that's our next race.
Right, let's have a look at Sadashi. There's a 1200, which is probably under her ideal distance, but I'm just curious at this point. Sadashi hitting them with that Australian race horse tournament. Exactly. 1 week can't win. Next week we're flying home winning a Group 1. Second pick in the Group 2 here. I mean, again, our odds are similar to our Group 1 performances so far, so it makes sense. Let's see what we can do here. Slow start. This hill is going to be the challenge. Perfect. Let's put a couple of legs on the field and then start slowing down. That corner always trips me out. I want to go right so bad there. I want to keep our legs here and just see what happens. Slowly start to slow down a little bit. We'll get away with what we can get away with. But we're not giving you our legs. One title holder. I know you're the best horse in this race. You've got this. You've got a long way to go still, bud. Well, let's go. Oh no, my charger, my foot, no! No! My charger went flat, my controller! My controller went flat down the straight. I was like, what happened? Why am I stopped driving? Oh, it's plugged in, but that could have been chaotic. We're able to still win there. Even with the flat controller down the straight. That could have been a lot worse. Right. Title holder. I mean, we should have the distance more than covered. The St. Ledger, the final leg of the Triple Crown. Sadashi is booked in a Sprinters Group 1. Let's go. Again, this is under her ideal distance as well, everyone. We are the second pick. Gran Algeria, the favourite here, $3.30, $4.80 for Sadashi. Strong field. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how this race will run. Perfect start. Quite literally a perfect start. 0.00 out of the gate. They're going to let us cross. They're going to let us cross. They did not let us cross. I repeat, they did not let us cross. And then this is what annoys me. You've overtaken me to then slow down. What are you doing? Why even overtake me then? Like, that's so frustrating.
Get up, Sadashi. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get home. Excuse me, what are you doing here, Gran? I thought you only liked miles. Well, that showed because we won. How did we win that? How did we win that? When our gap got absolutely crushed, I thought all hope was lost. Wow. That is unheard of. I did not think we were getting home. That was a great run by Sadashi.
Congratulations. That was good racing. A G1
Let's see what
isn't
next
something you win
is up
easily.
for her. Does she have any more Group 1s this year? She has a 2000, which is the peak of her distancing, which I mean, no one else is running in it. I'll leave that one for title holder. Could wait for the mile in November. Where are we? October. I mean, it is 3 weeks away. It is only for 3-year-olds. It is 2000. It is her peak distance. I think we just do it. Yeah, she's in decent form. And back to favoritism after our unbelievable finish last time out. Let's see how we go. The Dashi is like so beautiful in the gate. That's back-to-back 0.00 stars. Now, if this 12 would let me cross, that would be fantastic. We're now going to grab hold. You sneaky bugger. This song reminds me of Crab Rave in a way. Everyone's gonna have Crab Rave in their head. If they've never heard it before, please YouTube it. It's a banger. I mean, we still have a heap of stamina here. I'm super confident. As long as we get a gap, we should be pretty confident. What are you going to do in front of me? You're going to go wide or are you going to hug the rail? I want the rail. Ideally, if we can get the rail, we take it. But if not, we're going to start playing bumper cars. No. They're not. Oh, she gave it to us. We're going to take it back. Go, Sadashi. Who whips in the pocket? Good girl. Give her a pat. Always give your horses a pat. Basic Blue Gaming, Basic Blue Racing logic. Always give your horse a pat after the race. Always. I mean, put her anywhere between 1200 to 2000. She dominates. Put her 400 meters over.
This
Not
is
quite
how
the
you
case.
win a G1. At the end, the strongest
But like,
horse
my
is out in
argument is I
front.
get the stamina's 75, but we ran 400 meters under and we won. We run 400 meters over, we lose. In my opinion, that 400 meters difference should be the same up or below. So if we have a look at our results, we won over 1200 in the Group 3. Early on in our career, we were the favourite. 24 was our first test where we sort of struggled, and that was 400 meters over. So unfortunate, but again, we've won every other Group 1 since. That's the only race we've sort of dropped. And now we have the St. Ledger. The Triple Crown here. We are the favourite
Euphoria has given up the hunt for the Triple Crown because they can't get a leg up on us. We are the heavy favourite. Let's do it. Low start, but that shouldn't matter. Couple of hills, which is going to hurt our stamina, but we should be fine. Again, why are we still pressuring for this lead? It's not yours. I said it's mine. I put dibs on it. I called shotgun. We're having to run 60 kilometers down the straight with a lap to run just to hold the front because someone doesn't want to grab hold, to me is ludicrous. But I think we won that battle, but will we win the war? That is the next challenge, unfortunately. We did have to burn a lot, and now another challenger has arrived for that lead. Here we go again, round 2, fight! Do I give up the lead? I don't think I do. I think I just hold it. I think we just joist this fight. Raise our spears, or our jousts. We're so far out and we've only got 30 stamina to play with. What's 5 worth? Nearly 150. Gonna be close. We might have to burn some sprint just to get a little bit closer to the finish line. These hills are helping. We use less stamina up the hills, which I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, this is where champions are made. The final stretch to determine if the title holder will become a Triple Crown winner, or will he fold at the final hurdle? Let's go. Come on, title. We're looking in the thing, we are ahead. 200 to run. We do have a horse trying to keep us company. In the rain, in the fall, not going to matter, it's going to be all title holder. St. Ledger champion, Derby champion, 2000 Guinness champion, title holder, your Triple Crown winner. Last kill putting in a killer performance for second, only being beat by 7/10 of a second, but wasn't enough. Wonderful Town finishing a full 2 seconds behind. Great ride, great win, strong horse.
Congratulations. That was good racing.
Perfect. Now let's see what is up next for our 2. We do have a 2,000 meter race, and then I think we put Sadashi here, and then we put. You can't run over a mile. You can probably run in that. Yep. Japan Cup. And Sadashi a little bit tired. But again, we're trying to prove whether or not the tiredness will have an effect. Isn't that a turn of events? Euphoria gave up on the Triple Crown, but instead jumping into the Tino Show Autumn over 2,000 meters, where our other horse Sadashi looks to conquer the Titan. Can both of our horses prevail? We're about to find out. Let's see how we go. Come to the gate. .02. She's a beast out of the gate. Euphoria with a pretty good start too. Well, that's a little bit of sprint. We don't want to lose that. They're going to grab hold. That's what we want. We want the front. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yep, 8 jump in behind me. Perfect. Now we grab hold. Let's control the tempo of this race. Doom, 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 doom. Seven, 8, 9 wide with 1,200 to run. That's kind of impressive, if anything. So far, so good. I don't want to give up this lead. I want to make sure that when we want to go, this horse just kept pressuring us. Okay, we just hugged the rail. Euphoria is not in a good spot either. So hey, that's my gap. No, that's my gap. That's my gap. Go, Sadashi. Again, the horse that pressured us, 5 and 6 wide. The Journey is the horse that crosses us and beats us. Pardon? I'm all good losing to realistic racing tactics like bursting out of the gate, sitting on our back and out sprinting us. I'm all good if you're trying to be the toughest horse in the race and you race tough. But this horse drew 17, did exactly what it's doing now, ran fast sectionals the whole race, and then proceeded to out-sprint us. Sadashi! Out-sprinted Sadashi! And like, we didn't choose to burn sprint. That's just the game making us burn sprint, just to get to the front. Like, that's why I headbutt my keyboard sometimes. I headbutt my keyboard. Like, it's not even Euphoria being the problem. It's a completely different horse. And there's no front runners in this field except for really a couple that are faded. So realistically, there should be no one challenging. Again, 15, not a front runner. How does he draw 15 every time? Gonna have to let them go. If the Oaks taught us anything, it's that we on this course we need to wait to 300 to 340 to whip. Like, that was a more realistic finish. The front runners faded. The horses that took cover finished off strong. And then every now and again you get a race like this where the game just feels glitched. Like, I didn't have to burn out of the gate. I can slow my tempo right down to blue. And no one's challenging me. It's fantastic. It's lovely. It's nice. Look how low in the blue we're racing and no one's even trying to pressure us. Like, there's some horses around us, don't get me wrong, but they're not attacking me for the lead. It just feels weird. Like, this is how the game was meant to be played. Could be wrong, but this feels more realistic to me. You fought hard for the front. The other jockeys go, okay, I'm not going to burn my horse out trying to catch you. I'm going to let you burn out and then out sprint you home when you're tired. It's all strategy, it's all tactics. That's a... Oh, I'm getting boxed. Inquiry to start the race off and then inquiry everywhere else too. Oh my golly goodness. Have I never seen a more illegal move in my life? Just come down on my legs next time. Bring down the field. I was not tiring. I was not faltering. I was fulfilling my duties, holding that gap. And you've just thrown your legs under me and taken my legs. If there was falls in this game, that should have been one. And now we're back to our standard programming where everything feels nearly impossible to do. Cool. Just to hold my legs in front of this horse, I've got to travel at a blistering pace. We're not going to have enough stamina to get to the straight. Every little adjustment we make, it just feels so off. We're so close. We're so close. We are so close. Who is... So you're the 10. And again, so... Oh wait, no, it's the... No, it was the 10, wasn't it? Blue colours, yeah. So that's the 13th favourite who's not even a front runner, Rhea Amelia, who then proceeds to attack me for the whole race, grabs the front, and then proceeds to finish off stronger. Why is that happening? I did switch whips a couple of times, but we didn't really have anything left in the tank, unfortunately. Because we were too busy trying to burn out down the back here to try and save ground. Again, Rhea Amelia somehow is up in the front runners again. See what we can do. We just got to try and save as much stamina as we can, make a late burst, hopefully get through the field. But I think we're going to be too far back now. Just too far back. Again, another perfect example of a horse that attacked, never settled, never slowed its pace, just kept at that high pace, that high tempo, and then just runs over the top of us. Do I have a stopwatch? Let's see. Tenno, show, autumn, record, sectionals. Just curious to see what the sectionals are. Equinox running in a 155.2. It doesn't give me the sectionals. Oh, there we go. Right. I'm just going to get this up on my other monitor real quick, because I want to have this up next to me. Right. There we go. Perfect. Just loading it back up. Sorry about the volume, it cuts out. Where's my mouse? Okay. I'm not sure if this game audio, I think it might have glitched out. So the first 200 meters was in 12 seconds and 4. So let's just keep an eye on our sectionals now. There's our noise back. So the first 200 meters at record setting tempo was 12.4. first 600 meters was run in 35. Well, we've smoked that. Yeah, we're running on record tempo pretty much the whole race. That's crazy. Record split was 35.9 for the first furlong. And like, when do you ever see this? 8 wide with 1,000 to run. That's incredible stuff. Watch the 17 somehow still win. We're not finding anything, like... We're just struggling. But even when Equinox broke the record, he stalked off the pack. Like, he wasn't up on the speed, he was slightly behind it, like. And we're out here acting like we're insanely... I get the horse is tired, maybe that's actually having an effect. I don't think it is. I feel like we're actually not feeling that tiredness at all. Like, where we grab hold after burning out, these horses just keep going. Like, I've grabbed hold because I knew that our pace was too fast. But these horses just keep going forwards. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Don't take my run. Again, the horse burn out of the gate, led when it's not a front runner, just doesn't tire. Its legs are just made of titanium. A wide draw does not suit us with the way we want to race. One day I will work it out. don't feel like this race is it either. We've already been shuffled back. We can't even fight to hold our position because we need to save our stamina. Why are you moving down the track? And now you're moving up. Like, protest? Like, hello? Oh. Who was it? $22.60 carrying 56 kilos too. The only kilo. NPCs do be cheating, like it just don't make sense. Because my argument here is, for them to stay in front of me, they have to be maintaining the same speed that I do, right? So my argument is that they would have to be using the same amount of stamina as I. Or if not more, if not around the same mark. But when I finally get to the front, in my opinion, this would be the point in the race where, as a jockey, you go, I'm not going to keep attacking. We've ran for the first 800 meters at a blistering tempo. Let's grab hold, slow down. But it's not how the race is being run at all, by any stretch of the imagination. There's always a horse in every race that sets the tempo. They're not machines, but this game makes it feel like they are. My hearties. Like, yeah, these two horses here. Like, it doesn't even make sense for me for me to be finishing off this strong. But based on the way they're riding the horses 6 and 7 wide the trip, then running at top speeds the whole way, it just doesn't make sense. And it's a consistent thing that I'm feeling. It's not 1 or 2 races. It's heaps of races continually, back-to-back races. Like, I'm burning sprint right now. This is what really pisses me off the most. Like, my sprint's gone. I'm full driving. I'm doing everything I can to get to the front. I'm full speed. I can't cross until now. And all my sprint's gone. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. I've used up my horse's whole petrol tank to get to the front. I've got nothing left in the tank. And they're all just... Not only are they maintaining that speed... They're also then going to finish this race off just as strong as they started it. Again, I'm using sprint and I can't even hold on to 5th. I'm struggling to keep up with the field. You're telling me that's realistic? You're telling me that's realistic? Like, sorry. I always come in so positive for these streams because I enjoy watching it. It looks great. Sometimes it does play good. But then you get into these races here, which situationally, yes, I understand that there's some strong horses in these fields. Like, they've put in realistic fields for the Group 1s and stuff like that. That's fantastic. But burning out the first 400 meters of a race, 500 meters now. And then as soon as I grab hold, because I found the front, look at the 10. Oh, let's go again. It's not realistic. It's really not. It's not possible. A horse is not built to run like that. It needs a break. It's not going to repeat that form and that precision of mechanically running a consistently faster tempo each and every section. Again, me trying to just maintain a nice steady pace has led me to drop all the way to 10th. But yet somehow these horses in front of us are managing to maintain that fast tempo that we set from the get-go. And we're struggling to keep up, and we've got 600 to run with very minimal stamina left. You know? And now we can't get out because we're boxed in. Just a reminder, that horse that's up in the front in the lead is the 13th favourite, running the way it looks. The problem is with it, Jen, it isn't even the fact that it seems difficult. It's not difficult. The gameplay itself is actually quite easy to understand when the race is being raced under standard racing situations. But you get, every now and again, you get a race like this where all of a sudden you're racing against what I feel like is programmed timings. So that each horse is set to run at a specific time to finish the race. And it doesn't matter what the race conditions are around it. The horses are going to maintain that speed. Because this race here, for example, this feels like a glitched race where I don't know if this is how the game was meant to be intended. But as you can see here, I've burnt out of the gate. I found the front. I've settled the tempo. And they're not attacking. They're trying to maintain that speed. I guess they're starting to come now. But I was able to find the front and be rewarded for burning my horse out of the gate. Where every other start that we've been watching, it's been a struggle. We've used all of our sprint. We then get attacked for the full race at that faster tempo. Right now we're doing 50 to 58 kilometers. I'm more than happy to be attacked going out 58, 56 or whatever it was. But even then I speed up to go back to 60 kilometers, I should be able to hold the front. Because we've got 1,000 meters left to race. We're not winning the race down the back straight. No one wins the race down the back straight. Again, we're able to get to the front, slow down the tempo, the race runs at our speed. It's not as simple as being like, okay, we're all going to run at 70 kilometers an hour for the whole race and let's see who the best horse is. That is a protest. You had clear running. Again, that is the long shot of the field. We still ran a 158, so nowhere near the record that time around. But again, 6th pick in the market, the 16th pick, the 8th pick, the 15th pick, it just doesn't feel like it should feel, which is really frustrating for me. I just want to finish this year and then jump over to Derby Stallion. Let's try not running as a front runner and see where that ends us up. The speed that I need to run to stay with the pack is like 3 kilometers higher per hour than I'm comfortable running with this horse. So, which I'd understand if I was like the long shot. I was just going to finish this stream. The stream should have been finished, but I've been having some trouble with the races yet again. Mainly with Sadashi. Title hold has actually been quite fine. But Sadashi, the Oaks was a nightmare. No matter what I did, that was never going to be a win. Like even here, so like we showed that just to maintain the positioning, we slowed our tempo right down, we didn't burst out of the gate, and then apparently we just can't keep up with the field. But yet that too, again, can burst out of the gate, hold the lead the whole race, and win. It just doesn't make any sense. I feel like a broken record at this point. And like, just a reminder, there's not a single born outright front runner in this race. Not a single one. Which makes it feel like to me that positions mean nothing except for your motivation. Because if any horse, no matter what, can win from any position, like the positions are meaningless. Hopefully I can finish these races in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll go from there. And like when we do, it is our time to go. Running at the pace of the race has dictated. We make up ground, but like we're nowhere near the rest of the field. It's just irritating. Very irritating. So just to keep on this horse's hip, I've got to travel 63 to 64 kilometers before the corner. Just hold that position up front. It's not realistic. The program's too heavily focused to get to the rail no matter the cost, but the cost doesn't even help impact them because there's no punishment for them for burning to get to the position. Like for me, I tire. I've lost my position, I'm gone. But for this horse, the 3 and the 4, for example, we all just witnessed what happened. They attacked me the whole way down the back straight, continued that fast tempo, but when I falter and I tire, they just keep going. They just turn on the afterburners. Just like, bye Felicia, I'm gone. Ah, Felicia. Yeah, the second I drop below 64 kilometers, they start catching up to me. Hills don't count, corners don't count, but generalized speed is anywhere from 63 kilometers an hour. But yet again, this 6, who has raced at the same pace I have the whole race, and is now pulling away from the pack, will go on to extend the lead by 10, 15 meters and win comfortably. But I can't even make it to the 500 meter mark. See? And there he goes, just takes off like the wind. Can't even keep up with him. And he still wins the race. That's Secretariat and sham level shenanigans. Like... There he is again. I totally didn't deliberately bury that horse into the pack for no apparent reason. Totally didn't do that. Horses are just robots. These horses are just robots. The only thing I can explain it to be. We're out selling pies, like. Oh, we drew the pole. watch it not even matter. We got a perfect start, and somehow we're still not in front. Like a perfect start from gate 1, inside draw, and we still have to burn out the gate just to try and hold the front. I wonder if they'll get the idea if I just pull away from them again. Will they grab hold then? It's almost ridiculous that I have to do this. And the same horse. We can't even make it to where we need to get. And then when we finally think we might have enough to catch, we don't catch, and then the 7 still doesn't get there. Everything that goes wrong with this game all at once. But when I draw wide with a decent start, I just go backwards. And I use sprint. Lord give me strength. Yeah, and there's not a single front runner in this field, but we can't find the front. We're just gonna have to sit in behind this guy. Again, he's running pretty much in the red for no reason. Oh, you don't want to leave? Of course you don't. Now I get pulverized through the field. But if I was up there, you'd be attacking me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Again, horse 17. It's 8 wide. Still pushing forward. Still pushing forward. Still pushing forward at a higher tempo than the field. Thanks, Naomi, I really needed that support. Because at the moment I'm just going to lose my marbles and I'll keep throwing sticks at mud. Or mud at sticks. Whatever the expression may be. And the reason I'm not running last is because I ran back on these horses. Let's watch the 17. 8 wide the trip. Maintaining a way faster pace than we have maintained. Too far back. We got the sprint, but we got up for second, but we were just too far back to actually contest that winner. Edge of Tomorrow 2 starring Tadashi. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm in a horror movie, and every time I jump out of that gate, it's a different jump scare. And every now and again it's Miss Rachel saying, put it in, put it in, put it in. Can you tell I'm my father? Because I can. Can I please get to the fence? Thank you. I believe I can fly. Just to catch up back to the field, I used up so much stamina. And now I'm going backwards. And stop cutting me off, you've got a clear run in front of you. And then you turn back in. Oh. Oh, Lord, give me strength for I have sinned. And how come he can accelerate out of the gate faster than I can? Like, there's no control out of the gate. Just to show you what I mean, right? For those that haven't played the game. I haven't touched triangle again yet. So I'm not going to touch triangle again. I'm just going to let the game manually cruise the horse out. So we're still accelerating. I haven't touched triangle since the gate. But only now, after 300 meters, nearly 200 meters, sorry, are we stabilizing our speed. So no matter how much I press up, why are we still this wide? Every other time I'm gonna go to the fucking rail. Jesus, my lord. Every other time you're fighting to try and cross me on the rail, but when I'm stuck out selling pies, 17 wide, oh nah, we're just enjoying the sights. Look at these beautiful trees. They look so pretty in autumn. I don't care! Move over! I want you to think like a jockey, not like a robot. It goes, ooh, beep up, beep. And we're not going to have any stamina left because we're already down to 17 with over 300 meters to where we need to get to. I just want to play Derby, but I just want to finish this race. I'm not going to let it beat me because I'm crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. I have fuck all stamina left. I busted my ass to the front. This guy just hits 4 wide the trip. At the 800 meter mark, says, oh, I'm going to lead now, and takes off. And we'll win this race. And we'll win it comfortably. Like, we won't get close to this horse. It's just not realistic. Again, I am busting my ass. I've used all my sprint, and this horse is just sitting pretty. I'll get up beside him, but then I'll run out of gas. Yeah, and there he goes. Yet again. Bye-bye. Not even the favourite in the race. Not a front runner. Just... That again, he's drawing wider than me. We might have got the glitched race. I think we got the glitched race, so let's try and save as much stamina as we can. Yeah, we got the glitched race. The one that feels completely different to the rest. We actually stand a chance when we get the glitch race. That's the best thing about it. But then this horse just becomes super saiyan, so maybe not. It's up. We got beat by the 13th favourite and the 6th favourite while trying to fight off 4th favourite. Please make it make sense. Please make it make sense. I'm gonna lose the plot. I really am. I thought I saw... But like, can we see the night and day difference between the glitched race where we bust our butt out of the gate, try and lead, they grab hold, they let us slow the pace, compared to this, whatever they want to call this tempo, where I've got to run 66 kilometers for the first 500 meters just to establish a lead, lose half my stamina, and then when I grab hold to reset the pace of the race because I have built out of the gate, these horses just turn into robots and go, yeah, we don't really care. We're just going to run at 64 kilometers an hour for 2 minutes. And I've got to run at 60 kilometers an hour to even keep my stamina at a reasonable level for the last 1,000 meters. Puts me nowhere near winning contention. get nowhere near him. Just so many different ways I've tried to race this race. It just isn't working. We are again, the 12, just being a Terminator. No. I even tried to hold it out. And with 700 meters left to run, we're out of stamina. But this horse just... Sixth favourite. Let's have a little look. Glory Days. Let's have a look at Glory Days' stats. After a quick Google. He showed promising form in his first 2 seasons in racing, winning 2 minor races and finishing 5th in the Kiku show. As a 4-year-old in 2019, he emerged as a world-class performer, winning the Naniko Shushin High and running 2nd in the spring edition of the Tino show. He won the Hong Kong Bays and he won the Kyoto show. Only thing he ran 2nd in this race is the best he's ever done. And we can't even keep up with him. He just goes. He just goes. Let's ignore the trying to lead thing. Let's just see if we can stay with the pack. Try that strategy again. Just stay with them. If that works a little bit better. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room filled with rats. The rats made me crazy. Me? I was crazy once. Put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room filled with rats. The rats made me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. The rats made me crazy. That's what's going through my mind right now, guys. I just thought I'd share that vivid experience. I've won the Triple Crown with title holder. Again, protest. Just crosses completely front, takes my legs when it had a gap. Yeah. I'm not very good at this game. I feel at the way like this race is going. Like, again, like if I wasn't the second favorite, I wouldn't care. I would have just given up and proven the point that I'm just woeful at this game and everything is just unfortunate circumstances. I get the horse is a little bit tired, but like this, we just used 3 seconds of our sprint. We're traveling 64 kilometers an hour just to take the front off a horse that's not a front runner. And then when we finally do get the front, we've got to drop all the way down to blue, which is pointless, because as soon as we do that, here comes the rest of the horses. It's like, oh, you want to slow down? We're just going to speed up. Not how racing works. It's not how horse racing works. You watch any race, this is not how horse racing works. There'd be a lot of jockeys on holiday serving suspensions. If they thought they could drive like this or ride like this and get away with it without serving suspension. And of course, the one good attempt we get, this horse won't move off the rail. Too far back, we wasted too much sprint early. We can ride that exact race, but have the sprint left at the end and not get half-carded. Is it potentially the only option we have left to try? Again, sprint, 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 sprint. I'm grabbing whole game. Let me control my fucking horse. Don't want you to automatically push it out of the gate for me. It's not what I'm asking you to do. If I want to slow my horse down, I should be able to do so. I've got the reins, don't I? Isn't that the point? Right, we got a glitch start, so it's fine. Go to the front as quickly as we can, save as much stamina, slow down. Let's just... So this is a glitch start. As you can see, it's completely different. I'm settling up front, I'm controlling the tempo of the race. Everything is how horse racing should be. The game played like this every race. It doesn't even care if I'm not at front. This is how it feels. I found the front, busted out, found the front, settled down the pace. No one's attacking for the lead. We're following the race setup. We're not making ridiculous mid-race moves that are super unrealistic. We're timing our run, we're basing our race on the pace, we weren't good enough to find the front. So we take a hole and we look for luck. Like, get up, Sadashi. Get up. Is that the best we can do? Is that the best we can do? We get beat by the 15th favourite. And I waited until later. It's that hill when you get the glitched run. I'm interested to see if I can get a glitch run and not, like, maybe not try to lead it to try and save even more stamina. But then I'm worried that we're not going to have the speed to outrace these other horses. But I can't control when the race decides it wants to glitch. That's the problem. It's like once in a blue moon. And it's different barrier draws, it's different conditions. Like, this isn't one because I'm struggling to get around the field. We've had it once from a wide draw where we came out of the gate and got the front. We've had it once from an inside draw, and we've had it once from a middle pack draw. So we've had 3 glitch races and we've finished top 3 every time. But it's just whether or not the game wants to give it to us. This isn't one because there's horse on our insides fighting us. And then we get attacked. Like, look at that. We are what? 8, 9 wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Me makes 8. We are 8 wide the race for some of those horses. Why are we like this? The horse that sat 8 wide the trip out sprints us. It takes a lot to make me angry, but this is just bullshit. Do you know how strong of a horse you need to be to sit 8 fucking wide the trip and then just go, oh yeah, I'm just going to sprint now? You're probably covering an extra 200 meters compared to the rest of the field, and you're telling me you're that much stronger than the rest of the field. And we're just going to do it again because we want to show off, like... was my run, but that's okay, you can go take it. I didn't need it anyway. Again, like, you just seen a horse go to the rail. What are we doing? We just saw 4 horses go to the fucking rail, and then we're going, oh, you know what would be a good idea? Let's go to the fucking rail. And then we all move off the rail. And the most annoying thing is if they just fuck off and ride that race normally and they just stay in their lane, because if their intention is to go wide anyway, we win that race. But because we fuck around and we do stupid things that just are so unlogically stupid, I don't know who you are, but sorry, not sorry. You were just annoying me, so you get taken back with the field. I need a Kit Kat. Too far back. We weren't making up enough speed as it was. Yep. And yet again, the one wins. Woohoo! Gonna let him go. Go! Yeah! Oh. That's how we had to run that race. Watching the white flash. Bang. Just watch that white stretch run one more time if we can get the angle right. There we go. Perfect. Go back a little bit further. We're nowhere to be seen. Here we come now up the rail. Burst through. Bang.
This is how you win a G1. At the end, the strongest horse is out
You
in
can
front.
go away. Alright, let's finish this year and then let's end this stream. Oh. Go play Derby for a bit to decompress. Oh, glory days. Go away. Just go away. Just go away. Why does that horse look like a camel for a second? Anyone else see that? Camel horse. Away, please. Ask you nicely. Three just won't go away. Leave me alone, buddy. Grab hold. Do something. The front's not yours. We have no stamina. We're going to tire. We're not going to have enough legs to win this. Because that's 3. And watch this 3 win this race. Yep. Fucking read it. Make it make sense. That same horse attacked me for the whole fucking race, but I tire. I'm the favourite in this race. Oh my fucking god. It just doesn't fucking make any sense. Who are we? What horse are you? There you are. Yellow stripes, black stripes. What number? You're number 6. The 18th fucking pick in the market, Magic Castle. Are you fucking me? $31.30, not a front runner, attacks me for the full fucking race, unless it's the 12, which is still Stay Foolish, which is still not a front runner, and $12.50 odds. But they're your 2 options. Orange cap, green cap. Let's see which one's an idiot this race. And make it make sense.
12 and 6 we're looking out for. So the 6 had a bad start, so the 6 shouldn't be even attacking us, so it's the 12 we've got to watch out for. Alright, let's grab hold. We need to try and save some of that stamina. Yeah, number 12. It just makes me super frustrated that this is how the game plays. I fully understand it's a Group 1 race. I get that. I fully get that. I understand there's high quality horses and whatnot, but I'm on the favourite right now. I'm the strongest horse in the field, and I can't even hold the front. I've got to grab hold and slow my tempo as a front runner, but these 3 horses up the front can run like this the whole race. I know I sound like a broken record, but this needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed ASAP, because it's fucking ruining the game, from my experience, that is. I've had to drop to 14th as a front runner to stay in the blue to maintain stamina so I can even make it to the finish line. Yet these horses up here ahead of me have been maintaining the same speed the whole race, and they'll pull away from me. I won't make it to the finish line, even in this race. I still have 600 to run. Yep, there we go. The 3 horses that attacked me the whole race are going to be the ones that somehow have legs left at the end. It's just ridiculous. But if I try and save stamina out of the gate, I then can't hold the lead. Like, I tried to save some stamina getting to the front there because I thought I could cross. And yet, we're 400 meters into the race and we're still attacking for the front. I can't cross. I'm doing nearly in the red. Nearly half my stamina's gone and we've still got 3/4 of the race left. Oh, look, it's Genesis. Red Genesis. I got a glitch race. Yep, same horse. Comes up, it's gonna sit outside me the whole race, wear me down, and then beat me. When I'm a front runner, shouldn't be anywhere near the front. But if I slow my pace at all, I lose the lead. I'm just gonna let him go. I'm just going to have to let him go. Like, I can't contest that, otherwise I'm just going to gas. But then I can't even maintain my position. You can't, that's what I'm explaining, Rach. You can't go full beam out of the gate because the game automatically, for the first 200 meters, controls your speed. You press the triangle button to get out of the gates once, and then for the next 200 meters, the game dictates your speed. So every horse, including your own, you have no control of the speed for the first 200 meters.
which is why the glitch on the other race was so important, because you could find the front and you can control the race tempo. But this way you can't. I've now dropped all the way to 10th as a front runner just to try and save some stamina, because they just apparently have endless stamina. And like, again, it's the same horse that attacked me the whole race, winning the race. It's not humanly possible. This horse, with Tadashi, completely understand if you said, oh, maybe because you raced her super heavily and she wasn't at 100% form, so she was tired, so you can't win the race. I'm the well-rested $4.80 favourite. The next pick in the market in this race is $9. I'm well-rested. There are two front runners in this race. One, which is Babbitt, which is horse 13, which hasn't seen the front the whole time, which is the Palomino Chestnut right in front of us. And the other one is Unicorn Lion, which is the 6th at the moment. Let's have a quick look. I can't quite see at the moment. I think it's the horse with the blue stripes, which we haven't seen anywhere near the front. No, that's the 8th. But either way, like, the horses that should be running and contesting for the lead aren't. But the ones that don't run that position are the ones that contest for the lead. Like 14, for example. Why? Why are you attacking for the lead? Makes no sense. Oh, you drew fucking perfect for me, you arsehole. Colourful language is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Child friendly is never good. You drew behind me. So you're going to get pushed back through the race. Do I care? Absolutely not. Someone else is going to attack the lead. Do not care. There's a lot of things they need to fix. Don't get me wrong. The game is fun when it's not being like this. Like, you don't have this sort of issue in any other races, really. It's mainly the group ones. But even so, like, I just want to be able to control the horse the way that is realistic, which is, I'm a front runner. I've burnt out the gate. I found the front. The rest of the field goes, okay, he can have the front. I'm going to now race my race. He's going to tire. I'm going to win the race. I can't run like that, though, because I burn out the gate. I use all my energy. They sit outside me 16 wide and then out sprint me home, running an extra 200 meters, and I'm the one with no stamina left. Like, that's putting it into perspective. That's what's happening. I'm the one that's tiring. Like, I should tire, but so should the horse running 16 wide, running 2600 instead of 2400, you know? Like, I'm not even going to have enough stamina right now to get to the straight. All these horses in front of me do. Like, again, like, just another perfect example of this horse can attack, be wide, take the front, attack me, finishes 4 lengths in front of the field. Let's have a look at its odds before we retry. Let's just look. This would be African Gold. Now let's have a look. African Gold. Let's just go to retry, shall we? African Gold. Let's see if African Gold is a front runner. African Gold. No, we're a Preceder. African Gold. We are $15 to 1. Just doesn't make sense. I'm all about having information. I'm all about understanding things. But when the data that's being shown doesn't make sense, how am I meant to react to it accordingly? I can't. It's not logical. Like this race here, I've had to burn out. I'm trying to hold the front. I had a perfect start. Again, I found the front. If I'm the 14, I get in behind me and I just have an easy run home. But that's not how this game works. We're going to push up outside of me, attack for the lead, from the wide barrier, might I add. So 14, I'm going to let him go just for the case and the fucking argument again. As if we haven't seen enough examples in the last hour and a half. So this is what I had to do to get home after leading and burning out to get to the front to maintain stamina just so I can get to the final corner. Reminder, these horses don't start moving until about the 400 mark, maybe the 350 mark. He's still pulling away from me. More power to him. I'm struggling to even keep up with the field. Because our motivation. Another thing. My horse is demotivated, which means I can't use all of my motivation and stuff to speed up quickly and everything like that. How's this horse's motivation not being impacted? They're not a front runner. You know? But they can run as a front runner, pressure me the whole race. And look at that, they're still winning. They're still going to win. It's just not plausible. Unfortunately, it's just not plausible. It's just... I don't know if it's a glitch in their system or if they didn't really consider the stamina system for horses that aren't you. Because, my golly goodness, it's ridiculous. And reminder, 14 out there is actually a front runner. That 14 horse is a front runner. And he's not even trying to attack me for the lead at this point. It's just that one horse, which is the 2. Ridiculous. Yeah, like, if he was a stay, exactly, but like he's not. And again, here we go again, the exact same horse. I don't know why it's programmed this way. Every race is the same. It's always the same horse running out of position. As I showed you guys when I ran out of position, my motivation dropped. So technically he should have 0 motivation, 0 stamina, and he's still out sprinting the rest of the field home. It's ridiculous. I'm going to have to try and run like I did with Sadashi with a front runner from last, because the game is that broken in Group 1 races in particular that I've noticed that I can't run my horse, who is the favourite, how the race should be run. And if they say this is how the game's intended to be played, I'm quitting. Because if they're saying this is the argument, oh, it's how the game is intended to play, well then all your basic fundamentals have no merit and no understanding. Because GI Jockey, Champion Jockey, Gallop Racer, everything I've just mentioned had at least a fundamental agreement that if your horse is meant to run as a front runner, you've got to try and run as a front runner, otherwise you're not going to get the best out of your horse. You've got to try and at least attempt to run in your position. If you burn your horse out of the gate, you're not going to have anything left. But for who knows what reason, they've just thrown that to the fucking wind and gone, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Random horse, stay foolish, he's going to be the champion of this race. Oh, the 5 crossed the 2. That's helpful. We haven't got anywhere near enough stamina left to win this race. I just wanted to try and run at their tempo the whole straight and see how far we could go. The answer is not very far, just quietly. They Foolish got boxed at the start. That's the only reason we win that race. Which, again, is ridiculous. Yeah, the 2, which was Stay Foolish, got crossed at the start. That's quite literally the only reason we win that race.
This is how you win a G1. At the end, the strongest horse is out in front.
You're not racing in that last race. We might as well go for Horse of the Year now. You're tired, but we've all proven that means absolutely 2 fists of fuck all, so... The Grand Prix, second pick, Euphoria, the favourite again. I wonder who's going to be the horse that's going to piss me off the most this time. Oh. Why is it always me that gets attacked? These hills are going to help us out so much because we're going to save so much stamina over them. Oh my god, we're in the blue. You're not getting your legs under me. Going across, that's fine, but I mean off the fence. Alright, let's go title. Let's go title. Let's go title. Let's go title. Guitar. Yes. One attempt. As it should be. No HUD. Raced it. Should be able to race like that on a front runner. That's when the game feels good. Title holder, horse of the year. All of that for horse of the year. I wonder if Tokyo Racecourse is the issue. It could potentially be Tokyo Racecourse. It honestly probably could. I don't know what the cause of it is. I mean, Glory Vase ended up winning the best 4-year-old over male somehow. So again, we were racing against Glory Vase with Sadashi, which we ended up beating in the end. But best Marla ended up being Sadashi as well. Best sprinter was Sadashi. Interesting. So Sadashi won 3 different titles, but title holder, title holder won the title. We don't have enough horses to worry about doing that.
Come a long way. The strength it showed over the year finally.
All
got
of that
through
for
to people.
30,000 points. Maya Ratke. Oh no, you can't put him in the game. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I know that horse. His horse that collapsed in his stall after the Melbourne Cup. Grape Brandy, also Belshazzar, Derma, Sunday, Funday, Robin River. Yeah. There's not even really any good horses. Liberty Island. Billy. Again, she can run 2400. She could be the horse to win the Triple Crown for the fillies. Definitely. Oh, you're not bad. But... yeah, I just can't believe he's in here. And he can run up to 3400. That kind of upsets me a little bit. I loved Maya Ratke. I wanted him to win the Melbourne Cup. And then everything went wrong. Oh well, we got through. We went through the pain, the suffering, and everything else. We're going to save. We're going to cover that one. And we need to now go into the... here. No. Is it here? Yeah, it is here. Precision Machine. We can literally buy all 3 of these. Improves judgment of the race pace and pace control. You can only turn 1 on at a time. Are you joking me? Good thing I saved, because that's ridiculous. If I've spent 300,000 points, I should be able to have them all on. Well, I'm not wasting my points then. Load triangle. I'm not wasting my points if that's the case. That's ridiculous. Precision Machine, because apparently that's the hardest thing in the game to do. Running up the rail and that should be irrelevant. And wide sweep we don't really do. We sort of stick to these. These 2 we're not going to use, so there's no point doing them. I'm guessing you can't have that on with that, so... Oh, it's super stupid. Like, why have it there if I can't use all three? So... that's just ridiculous. So you can only have one skill. What do we got? 72, 6, 10, 37, 125, 57 strike rate, 13 group 1s, 8 group 2s, 20 group 3s. Most wins in a season 15. Highest earning year was last year with 276,000 points. I don't know if I'm going to buy a horse.
Spot a good horse.
I don't think I want any of these. And Maya Ratke's sort of touching me a little bit. Kind of want to pick him up. Is there a closer? Is there a dirt closer? I mean, Snow Dragon is tempting. What the hell? He can run to 12? You all see that? Veteran Reins is like the upgraded version of the rookie reins that will race the horse for you. Yeah, so that's the thing. Snow Dragon, I've never seen a growth chart like that. Peaks at 7 and races until 12. I mean, he's not very good up to that point, but that's hilarious. If he was a closer, I'd buy him, but I want a closer. I want to try a new position, but apparently every horse in this sale is the same. I wish I could filter it by... Again, there's not really... Desperado. Hey, the first one that we can see doesn't peak until 6 and only has a 124 rating. No, I'm not wasting my points. Let's just test out this so-called skill with Sadashi, because that would be a perfect example. Where are we? There's not a group 1 for a month and a bit, but it's on the dirt, so we're not doing that. Let's just get her in top form. Apparently that matters. Can't run 2200, can't run 2200. Can run 2000. The next race for you is for a while. Right, let's test out this so-called $100,000 skill to see if it was worth our money. We are the favourite by a lot. Let's see if it makes any difference. Oh, it increases our ranges by a country mile. Look how big our ranges are up on our graph now. So pretty much makes the game a piss take is what I'm taking. Oh, my hands aren't on the controller, by the way. That's why we're drifting the controller. I'm just interested to see how much stamina we're going to have left. And we're not going to go for the whip until we absolutely need to. 4 whips left. We won by a second, 1.6 seconds. We won by 1.6 seconds, and we had 4 whips left. I don't know if it's a Tokyo racecourse or what, but that was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna save.
Keeps the distance short.
Don't know when the next stream will be because I know it takes me about a week to mentally get over the fact that some of these races take 45 minutes just to try and complete.
The judgment matters.
Thank you for everyone that tuned in and listened to me whinge for the last 3 hours and 48 minutes. Appreciate it. Feel free to leave comments down when you're watching the video, which if you watch the VOD. I know Ollie, you can't watch it live unfortunately due to time zones and everything like that, but if you think there is something I could have done to make a difference in those races earlier, feel free to let me know. But cheers guys, and yeah, Rage, I'm definitely going to mentally recover for at least a week. Hopefully there's a few updates over the next couple of weeks as well, which will help. Every little update is making it better, the game's growing, it's developing. I am having fun when the races are being raced how I feel like they should. From a player point of view, I know it's hard to get everything right. They're doing what they can. But it's also frustrating that it's not where ideally I want it to be. When we want this to be the next big horse racing game. Does it have the hope? Does it have the chance to be that? I feel like it does. It's just got a little bit of a few kinks that I feel like it needs to work out. Like charging 100,000 points for skills, but you can only use one of them at a time, but it doesn't say that anywhere in particular. I know we're still in beta, but that would be a really good piece of information to have before I went and spent 300. If I didn't save, I would have lost 200,000 points. Just little things like that that get me a little bit antsy, and I don't know, it's just because I'm passionate about the gaming industry, especially in the racing category, because I've grown up around horse racing my whole life, and it's something that I can relate to quite closely, so I just want the best out of it. Again, we're in version 1.015, like we've got a long way to go, we'll get there. We've got years until this game's at its full peak, so hopefully they figure it out and we get to where we need to get to. But again, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're watching the VOD, leave a like, leave a comment, do what you need to do. Yeah, peace out and good morning, good night, wherever you are.